Good day. How are you? Mr. Tabo Maupa again for security training courses. Right. I just thought, okay, I've got little time from my schedules. Let me just do this because maybe I won't get time. From tomorrow until Sunday, I'll be doing special events, so I won't have time for this. Right. So this is what is happening now. We did module 1 to 5. The last module we did was occupational safety. So that was module 5. Module 6 now, it's called Pocketbooks and Occurrence Books. Why? Because those are the books that we use on a daily basis. You've got a pocketbook, something like this, right? It stays in your pocket. That's the rule. The uniform must have a pocket where it fits in. You understand? It's for your own personal use as a security officer on duty. You record your duty on, duty off, which side, blah, blah, blah. You understand? Those are the details that you also have to put in there. Who are you, force number or company number, and then which site are you working? You record on a daily basis as long as you are on duty. But if you are not on duty, then it's something else. You understand? You can't use a pocketbook in your private matters. It's only for duty-related activities. That's how it works. Then secondly, we are going to deal with the occurrence book. Here I got the occurrence book. You can see, right? That is where you write all the details pertaining to that site. Everything that happens on that site, you record it in the occurrence book. This is what we are going to deal with today. Pocketbook for your own personal things. If you arrest somebody, you put it there. If somebody arrests somebody, they put in the OB and in their pocketbook, not in your pocketbook. So if someone arrests somebody, you can record it only in the OB. He will write it or she will write it in the pocketbook as a reference. Because this thing is used also as evidence in court. Magistrates, they know about this book. Police, they know about it. Police have got their own even the pocketbooks, which are blue in color. I saw them with that emblem. You understand? Each individual policeman, everybody he arrests or any inconvenience or irregularities, whatever happened, he records in his pocketbook to say, I was there, this is what I saw, this is what happened there. You understand? So it's a very, very important tool or equipment of a security guard, pocketbook. Because when you arrest, write it in there. If you find lost property and you found it, we call it found property, then you record in the pocketbook. Then you go and record in the OB. So everything that involves you, it goes into your pocketbook plus the OB. OB is for everybody. It's for the site operations on a daily basis. Pocketbook is for your own use. You, things that are directly concerned with you, they go into your pocketbook. Things that are directly concerned with the site, they go into the occurrence book. That's why we call it the OB in abbreviation. Right. Let me come now to the aim of this module. This module is aimed at ensuring security officers they've got vast knowledge in the subject content of this module. About pocketbooks, you must have vast knowledge because you're going to use it on a daily basis, just like a radio. Pocketbook, the importance of it, the reasons why we keep it. You understand what I'm saying? Then the security officer must have enormous knowledge about the OB because everybody has to make an entry there. Duty on, events of the day, duty off. You understand? You must have extensive knowledge of how to record information in the OB book because it's a daily process. That's how it works. Very good. That is the aim in order to make security officers aware and to be able to make entries into their pocketbooks as well as make entries into their occurrence books. Right. That is the aim of the module. Let's go now to the objectives. The objectives of this module, number one, is to ensure that security officers know what a pocketbook is, number one. Number two, know how to make entries in the pocketbook. And know how to maintain a pocketbook. And they must know the procedure for recording information in a pocketbook. They must also know the ways on how to keep a pocketbook fine in a good state. Those are the objectives. I think there are 6. I'm just saying one thing after the other, but I think there are 5 or 6 objectives. Right. Let's start now with the pocketbook. This version of a book, this one is dirty already. The security officers messed it up. This is what is not allowed in a pocketbook or on a pocketbook because it depreciates the authenticity of the pocketbook because it's an authentic document which can be used in court. It's evidence. I recorded it. You understand what I'm saying when you go to court. So the pocketbook, we must start with the reasons. Why do we keep them? Why don't every company give people pocketbooks? No. There are some reasons why. Because our industry is not like other industries. Our industry is dealing with crime and misdemeanor. Understand? So, what happens is, when you arrest somebody, you have to record it. The date and time, the name of the person. You actually answer the 6 critical questions: who, what, where, why, and how. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Yeah, those are the 6 critical questions you must answer when you are busy constructing the statement of what actually ensued. You understand? So those are the things, the reasons why we keep a pocketbook. Reason number one, to record hours of duty worked. What did I say? Reason number one was to record actual hours of duty worked. What does that mean? When you go on duty, you go to a pocketbook on you. There is the occurrence book. You write in the pocketbook first, personally. This is between you and the company and the client. Duty on SO Thabo Maopa at Walmart. Then maybe we call the Walmart in phonetic, which is Whiskey Mike. Duty on SO. SO is abbreviation for security officer. SO Thabo Maopa at Whiskey Mike. Then they know I am posted and I am based at Walmart during the course of my shift that day. Then you put your pocketbook in your pocket. But it might happen that you have to register the equipment, but the equipment doesn't have to go to the pocketbook. I think it ends in the occurrence book. You understand? Good. You are on duty. You have registered yourself as being on duty. That is to record hours of duty worked, which is reason number one. Right. At the end of the day, if no incident happens, I'm going to come with the other reasons. Né? If no incident happens, at the end of the day, you write duty off SO, which is abbreviation for Security Officer Thabo Maopa, at Whiskey Mike, which is Walmart, 1800. Total number of hours worked, 12 hours. You are done. If they don't pay you that amount for the 12 hours, you've got a reason to. Because when a supervisor comes on site, he takes the pocketbooks and signs them, which means he vouches for the information that is in there. He approves it as being true and authentic to the best of his knowledge. So you are guaranteed payment for that day. But if there is incidents that happen, arrests made, irregularities and hazards, reports of fire, all those things, it doesn't matter. Those do happen from time to time. They do happen. Those are what we call accidents. They happen accidentally. It's an undesirable element at the end of the day. But still you're gonna go and write when you knock off duty off SO Thabo Maopa, SO standing for abbreviation Security Officer Thabo Maopa, 8 Whiskey Mike, which is Walmart. Then I'm done. I go home. Even if there's problems, I just have to inform or update the incoming shift what is going on so that they can proceed with the problem. That's how it works. Right, that is point number one, reason number one why we keep a pocketbook. This. Right. Reason number two, irregularities, hazards, and incidents. Something irregular is like I'm patrolling, I see maybe I'm doing night shift and then there's a light that is not working, but yesterday it was working. It's an irregularity. I put it in my pocket. When put it in the OB book when I reach the control station of the guardhouse to ensure that everybody is aware of the problem that is going on with the lighting on that whatever place. Understand? Right. So I have to communicate that so that it can be fixed. That's an irregularity. Hazards is like when I see the substation is bursting. It's bursting, it's exploding. I report it. It's an irregularity. I have to report it so that it may be fixed before all the buildings are burnt. Understand what I'm saying? That is hazards. Incidents can be an arrest. Incidents can be a fire in the place. Incidents can be a misunderstanding which leads to violence. Stuff like that. That is the second point. Recording irregularities and hazards. And what else? What is the third one? And incidents. And the third point, arrest made. If you arrest people, you have to record. If we go now back to module 1, we were saying in the 7 aims of security, facilitate investigation through the police. That the 6th aim, if my memory serves me well, that's how you facilitate investigation through the police. Being able to construct a sensible statement which will allow justice to be served. That's the third point, arrests made. Then we have got particulars of fire. If there is a fire, you must record what caused the fire, how was it extinguished. All the goings on of the whole scenario, you must put it in black and white. That's how we record particulars of fire. Then we've got lost and found property. If you pick up a purse, don't open it. Don't take any dime because it's gonna come back to you. Understand? I could give you a typical example of a guy I was working with when I was still in security. The guy stole a client's phone and put it here on the crash area. Then the client come back. We're working at the bus depot where the buses park overnight, ready for busy hours tomorrow. So it's like a bus depot where they wash the buses, clean the buses, and the buses are dispatched, and then they go to routes. You understand? So the guy saw the phone on the seat. The lady forgot the phone on the seat and then just jumped off the bus. The guy sees it when the bus is coming to depot, and he takes the phone and put it in his crash area. We didn't know. The lady now came with a Uber. In a hurry, she wanted a phone. It was a tablet not the normal size of phones, but a bigger one, like bigger. It was a tablet. Then she came back. She came there by Uber, and then she said, "No, I forgot my tablet in the bus, and I don't remember the bus number. I was out of my mind, I want my stuff." Nothing was in the OB book. No officer had seen the radio. You understand what I'm saying? I was the supervisor then. Then I said, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna call you one by one to the." I already suspected because I can see there's something on the crash. Well, I didn't call him first, I called the other one. Then we did the body search. metal detectors and stuff like that. Because a cell phone reacts to a metal detector. So I thought it was going to work. But we come to him. He denies everything. He doesn't want to go through the tests and the searches and stuff. Okay, I said, okay, lady, what's your number? She gave me a number. He forgot to switch off the phone. She gave me a number. I called the number. It's like, I mean, buzzing in the guy's crotch area. See where the private parts are. That's where the tablet is. We caught him. We caught him. And that was the end of that guy. You understand? Things like that. So I'm talking about arrests made. If you made arrests, then you also have to record in the OB book. Because even when you caught that guy, we recorded everything. And these days it's much even simpler. If you can't write quickly, you just put on your phone on record and it records everything. Then you can write it down later and send to the relevant people. That's how it works. Right. So all this is called the reasons for keeping a pocketbook. Number one, recording hours of duty worked. Two, irregularities, hazards and incidents. Three, arrests made. Four, what is the fourth one? Particulars of fire. All right? Number five, complaints, disputes. You also record them. That's how it works. That's where your question one is there, but we're going to come back to it. Right. Let's go to part two. We finished the reasons why we keep a pocketbook. Right. We come now to the part where a pocketbook is used as evidence in court. How? Because a pocketbook contains all the relevant information that is required for a case to proceed. Because you arrested the person and the information that you have in your pocketbook is what is required by the court in order for them to deliver a judgment according to the crime committed. Right. That is it's the most important use of a pocketbook to facilitate investigations through the police. Because you might forget details. Recording them will actually bring you back to your mind. Then you can remember exactly what happened, what occurred. Right. So those are the reasons for keeping a pocketbook, and then that's the proof that the pocketbook is required in court is evidence in court. Magistrate will say, I want the security to arrest this person because he's now denying everything. Let's check the pocketbook of the security officer who actually arrested them. Not the police. The police, we hand them a statement and a culprit. That's what we do. We got a culprit, we got evidence. We hand over to the police, we record. So you put that information in a pocketbook. That's the use. After when you finish the pocketbook, then you go to the OP book. You put it in there also. This is for the site, for everybody. This is for your own good. Because you are the one who did the actual arrest. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So those are the reasons for keeping a pocketbook, and then we also did the reason why it is important, because it's something that is needed in courts. That's why security companies give their officers those pocketbooks. They know that in court they will require a pocketbook. to verify before they can actually give down a sentence. You understand? In the interests of justice. Right. We've seen the importance of it. We've seen the reasons why we keep it. Let's go now to the procedure of recording information in a pocketbook. There's a certain procedure you must follow. You don't just do it randomly. Right. The procedure of recording information in a pocketbook, you must follow the guideline. The guideline, which is answer the 6 critical questions, which is who did what. You are now writing your statement, isn't it? You have to record who did what. What did he do? Moses. And then what is the second one? What did Moses do? He stole chocolates. Where? Location. Walmart. Whiskey Mike. When? Today, yesterday, what time was it? Why? The reason for the commission of the crime and how did he commit it. Then you have to describe now the nitty-gritty, the actual performance he did to commit the crime. You understand what I'm saying? That is the procedure for recording information in a pocketbook. Who did what? What did he do? Where? Location. When? Time factor. Why? Reason for committing the crime. And how? Modus operandi. The style that he used. That's what we call the procedure for recording information in a pocketbook. In this book, you have to answer the 6 critical questions: who, what, where, when, why, and how. Those are the 6 critical questions. Right. We are done there. Let's go now to the ways on how to take care of a pocketbook. How do you take care of this book? You guys said this one is dirty. They messed it up. It shouldn't be like this. It should be white. Understand? With this black written words there, nice and cool. But it's no more like that because of human behavior. Number 1, the pocketbook must be kept in a neat and clean condition. Number 2, it must be kept in a plastic wallet to protect it from inclement weather. Number 3, no lines must be skipped. Don't skip any lines. Right? Number 4, no pages must be torn out. Number 5, if you write, if you make a mistake and write information which is not right, you just make a line through it and put your signature on to show that it is you who vouched that you made that mistake. Understand? It must be written in chronological sequence: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not to 11, 12, and then you come back to 5. It doesn't make sense. It must be in chronological sequence according to the 24-hour clock. That's how the entries are done in a pocketbook. When it is full, because it's a small book, you sign it, hand it to the supervisor, and he signs it before a new one is given. But that record is kept by the company. In case there is a case in any one of those pocketbooks which needs them to vouch or to give evidence, then they will go to the archives and try to get hold of that pocketbook and then go and do whatever is expected of them. That's the pocket. So, as it is, we have seen that the pocketbook is of much use and value in the security officers who must make all means to protect it. Because if someone grabs your pocketbook and it got some lines skipped, and that person knows that you are nailing that person, is going to add information which will discredit your verdict. So it's very important to look after our pocketbooks. That's all about the pocketbook. Let's go to the occurrence book, the big one, OB. Hala, hala. You see? Yeah. We've got emergency numbers on the first page. We've got occurrence book in big block letters. That is the book that you write everything that happens on the side. From your duty on, you write in your pocketbook, you go to the occurrence. Duty on, SO Maupa, SO, you remember, for abbreviation for Security Officer Tabo Maupa, and then company number. It's okay, the name of the site, you are already there. The OB book has got the name of the site and the contacts of the sites in case of emergency. So you just simply write your name and company number and then you sign. Then you go now to the place where you write equipment received. I'm talking about this book. Ne? That's where you write those things. In this one, you don't write all those other things. You write things that you are directly involved in. Equipment received, then you start writing radio, handcuffs. You know, when we spoke about booking out a radio in radio communication, right? Then you write radio number, everything. Then you write handcuffs, baton, whistle, or panic button, you know, all those things. You do it in this book. This is your daily routine book. Even patrols, you write them here. You don't write in your pocketbook, you write here, patrols. Supervisor site visits, you write here, not in that small one. No, supervisor site visits, you write even in the pocketbook. Here you write supervisor visit, what time he arrived, what time he left, and the situation report thereafter. That's how it works. Understand? Then you also write arrests made, irregularities and hazards, incidents, particulars of fire. You put most of those things, you put here and there, here and there, here and there, except equipment received. No, you don't write it there. Just write it in the big one, okay? But this one is for everybody. Every security, when he come, he take this book and write his name, which means you are in the same shift. You understand? That's how it works. So the occurrence book, it must be updated every day. When it's 0000 midnight, they must update it. And then every first day of the month, it starts from 01. The OB entry numbers, they don't run into large numbers. They are done on a monthly basis. And beginning of the year also, or when they issue a new book also, the serials change. They start from 01. That's how it works. So it's every end of the month, we start new serials. That's how the OB works. You enter arrests made, incidents, everything. It goes in here. That is the OB book. I believe all of you now have seen these two registers, and we're going to do more registers when we go to grade B and A. But I think we've managed to gain some knowledge. This is all about grade D module 6, which is called Pocket Books and Occurrence Books. Thank you very much. God bless.